fight in Hawaii is going to start with someone pointing at
I
the
did.
floor. Do you agree with this assessment as a local?
I did see that, but my response to that is they obviously didn't see Max do that against Ricardo Lamas. So I mean that was his signature move, but he already did that. So that video should have been out already.
And then PFL debut, obviously, kind of new kid in a new school. How is the feeling joining a new promotion this year?
Well, I think I'm used to this part of switching promotion, but this one is not as weird because because of the transition of being Bellator getting acquired by PFL. But yeah, I'm excited to just get right on to the next guy, get booked right away, have a landscape of where you can be if you keep winning.
And then final question, we had Bubba in here earlier. He said he respects your game, but he said there's a big difference between a Kai boy and a bad man. What's your response?
I mean, that's cool. That's whatever. Yeah, it's whatever.
How are you going to get it done on Friday?
I'm going to punch his face. Punch his face, make him wrestle, make him do what he does. And if I make him wrestle, that means he's uncomfortable.
Right here. Currently on a 3-fight win streak. How good does this feel compared to the last big win streak you had? And does it feel like this momentum is really starting to build up for you?
Yeah, I don't really look at the wins like that. I just can worry about the next win. And, I just worry about the next win. I'm rapidly getting better. That the win streak kind of got, I don't even know if you ask me the last time I lost, I would say Jonathan Pierce on 7 days notice. Last time I got beat. And whatever, lost the what was his name, TJ Brown. You had the Justin Gonzalez fight. I didn't feel like I got beat. So you take those two away, you take the Danny Chavez fight away, it's a big win streak, But whatever, we're on a 3-fight win streak. I've gotten way better because of those instances, those calls. So whatever, 3-fight win streak doesn't mean nothing. I got to win tomorrow on Friday.
Awesome. One more for me. How did you and your coaches feel about the matchup when the name Bubba Jenkins was presented to you guys?
We loved it. Yeah, we loved it.
Why?
I asked, I think when I found out about it, or my coach found out about it first, and then I came together, I was like, I think we got Bubba Jenkins. I think we got Bubba. And then he was like, yeah, fuck yeah, give me that fight. Coach Eric wanted that fight. Coach Eddie loves that fight. Why? People don't realize, people don't know my whole skill set. And I'm always closing the gap on all the holes outside the cage. Outside the cage in the gym. I'm always closing the gap on all those things. So my main training partner is Jeremy Kennedy, who's always with me on road trips. He's obviously a wrestler. I've had a wrestling base. I may not be on Bubba Jenkins' accolades, but this is MMA. So. I'm constantly closing that gap. 2 fights ago, I was preparing for Ahmed Magomedov, and you guys would have been asking me these same questions. How would you feel about fighting a wrestler, a Dagestani wrestler? Great. Make him wrestle. And yeah, we love the matchup for many reasons. Yeah.
Bubba, you've mentioned the wrestling of Bubba Jenkins. Kyle, you mentioned the wrestling of Bubba Jenkins a couple of times. Who's helped you prepare for his grappling in this matchup?
I got a bunch of guys. Jeremy's always with me on travel. On a lot of the guys at Extreme Couture. I've got rounds with Mads Burnell, Patchy Mix, Cody Stamen. Aljamain Sterling, Lance Palmer. Those are guys that I'm seeing week in and week out. Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of guys. Kobe Fair has been a big help this camp. Yeah, I mean, all those guys right there.
Hi, Kai. I saw that you brought your family down for this fight. How is it like having them here to join you for this experience and for them to support you through it?
I mean, my wife usually comes on, like, what is it? What is today? She usually comes the day of the weight cut, and then the rest of the week. So I mean, it's good to have her from the whole week this week. Keeps me more relaxed. But you know, I brought I brought one kid out of 5, so kind of give her a little bit more rest from being at home. So I mean, it's good. It's good to get some downtime outside the hotel, you know, with them. Some mental rest from just the whole monotony of training and then resting, training and resting, kind of getting your mind off some things.
Will your other children be able to watch your fight on Friday?
Yeah, I mean, they'll for sure be watching. They go crazy over fights. My after the Whaley and Jan fight, my oldest daughter, I was laying in bed trying to put them to sleep because I had a 6 a.m. flight. She told me she wants to fight after that fight, which is kind of crazy because she's probably like the most lax one out of all of them. She's the most what is that called? Emotional one of all my kids as the oldest. So I mean, it was funny. It was kind of crazy for her to say that.
As a father and professional fighter, would you be okay if your children were to follow in your footsteps?
I mean, yeah, because I'm familiar with it. You know, I'm familiar with the process, but I would let them know that, man. I mean, you've seen what we went through. You know, and you've seen the sacrifices I had to make. You just got to be prepared for your family to make those same sacrifices. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but if that's what you're gonna do, I'm gonna try and help you in every way.
And my last question is, after the viral moment that happened with Max Holloway, does seeing that moment motivate you or fire you up to also land a victory in a memorable fashion?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would do that to Bubba Jenkins, but I know he wouldn't oblige. Let's be real. He's not gonna. If I point to the ground, he's gonna shoot. Probably from the beginning. So I mean, I would love to have that kind of moment, but he ain't gonna give it to me.